One thing I love about you is you had a great story happen recently about inclusivity and diversity in press. And I'm a white male, and I commended you completely on that. But
Thanks.
most people, when that article dropped, it was headlines that were completely taking you out of context. Like
Oh, okay.
she wants no white men at press junket, which is not what you were saying. And people need to read the articles to actually find out the context of what you were saying.
Yeah.
But as an actor, when you have to say something like that, do you worry about how things get twisted? And for audiences who only do read headlines, can you clarify what you were saying? 'Cause I think it's awesome what you're doing, and I hope
thanks.
that more actors do it.
I mean, it's hard for me to comment on that because I don't know what the headlines were or what was said or what I said or what people think that I said. All that I know is what I'm looking for is to bring more seats up to the table.
Yep.
No one's getting their chair taken away. There's not less seats at the table. There's just more seats at the table.
Yeah.
That's it.
I love that you're doing that, and please, I hope every actor.
Best thing in this movie is the de-aging CGI done on Samuel Jackson. Like, holy shit, is it good? I liked how the film was set in the 90s. I guess it was pretty interesting. The set designs, like the recreation of a blockbuster, was pretty neat to see. But every time we left Earth, oh god, did it look pretty bad. But maybe that's just for me. Another thing that didn't look too good was the aliens. Normally in a film where they don't appear as much, I wouldn't have noticed, but they are present a lot of the time in this film. And instead of seeing aliens, all I saw was a person wearing a mask. The poor acting in this film was so noticeable when you put characters in the same room next to Samuel Jackson, especially the child actor and the child's mum. There's a scene where Captain Marvel asks the kid what she thinks of the new look, and with a smile on her face, she says, "fresh," unlike this movie. And Brie Larson, let's put it this way. She protect, she attack. But most important, she can't act. At the beginning of the film, I kind of liked Brie Larson. She kicks a little ass and talks a little shit, but as soon as she goes onto Earth, the longer she is on screen and the longer she is on Earth, it's like Earth is a personality kryptonite.
This is a flight stabilizer. It's completely harmless. I didn't expect that. Grenade! No, no, no! Get away!
Oh, I'll be out of your hair as soon as I track down the scrolls that are infiltrating your planet.
Scrolls?
Shapeshifters.
The movie relies so much on winks and nods, like, hey, check out all this nostalgic shit. Remember Blockbuster? There's only one left. Remember 9 Inch Nails? The hero wears a shirt of it the whole time. Remember Nirvana? We play Come As You Are for 30 seconds. Hey, Ready Player One. There's a part of the film when Captain Marvel comes to Earth, she goes up to a security guard and says, "Where can I find communication equipment?" And I'm just sitting here thinking, I bet he's going to point to a Radio Shack. And that's exactly what he did. After that, I audibly said, "fuck me" in the theater. Speaking of Radio Shack, I'm just now remembering that she went to Radio Shack to get some wires, and then she uses said wires to hack a phone booth so she can contact her buddies in space. Okay. There's a lot of background and backstory to cover in this film. We see flashes of her childhood, and in that there's a less than a minute long sequence of Brie Larson and her best friend in the Air Force or something. And then later on in the film, the best friend becomes a side character, and I felt no connection between her and her friend. They tell us they're friends, they don't show us. Throughout the entirety of the film, the story's played off as something serious. There's little to no comedy. Hell, I don't even think this film has any sign of a unique style. So near the end, a fight breaks out, and then comes in "I'm Just a Girl" by No Doubt. I wouldn't have been confused if Captain Marvel was a goofy character like someone from the Guardians films, but she isn't, so the song choice just feels out of place and odd. I'm sorry, I gotta say this, but DC probably did it better. Wonder Woman kicks a lot of ass, and yeah, Gal Gadot isn't the best actor, but hey, at least there was a character arc. You could see a change, you know. In this film, she starts as a heroic lady, and in the end, she's a heroic lady, but now she glows. I walked out of Captain Marvel saying that I've seen everything in it before. Everything down to the cliche dialogue scenes, such as the scene in space where they have to shoot things, and the classic canyon chase scene. The action is also nothing different. It's just just pew pew, knock down all the enemies. It's nothing new. I'm sorry. I mean, I really wanted to like this. I fucking love Marvel and everything they do. Everything they put into their films, all the detail. But this film just felt like something I saw from the first phase. Like something like Thor or Iron Man 2. If you want to find out the dumb-ass way Nick Fury loses his eye, then go see it. But in my opinion, just go see Alita.
But I already saw Alita.
Do it again.